When people think about the best female protagonists in gaming, many people think of Clementine from The Walking Dead, Ellie from The Last of Us, or maybe Ada Wong from Resident Evil. I don't know much about her. I don't know if I said her name right, but you guys get the idea. But I feel like a lot of people online, from what I've seen, do forget an important character. Lara Croft from Tomb Raider is one of the best female protagonists I've ever seen. I personally think that she's the best. Now, I haven't played the Resident Evil series, so I won't know. But I did play The Walking Dead and The Last of Us, and I still think that Lara Croft is the best female protagonist, or at least the baddest. And I ain't talking about just looks, you feel me?
Bro, really?
But let's get right into this video. Now, for you guys that don't know who Lara Croft is, she's a British girl that strives to be an archaeologist when she grows up. But there's one problem here. Her parents despise of that. They think that that's rebel behavior, so they decide to disown her. This led Lara Croft to go on an even stronger adventure. And guys, just to check in, I know that the original Tomb Raider games had a different storyline than the second game, the second series, the newer ones, obviously the reboot. But in the reboot, Lara Croft's parents did not really still support her dreams, but her dad was an archaeologist himself. But then he was later killed by a group named Trinity, who staged his death to make it look like a suicide, which I can't say on YouTube. And also her mother died in a helicopter crash or a plane crash, one of those two. But still, Lara Croft's story was very sad, and which led her to be a adventurous person. We can assume that she decided to become an adventurous person because of her dad's death. But another important thing is that Rourke, who is important for later, also is a commander inside of Trinity. For some context, Lara and Jonah are some pretty close friends. Lara and Unuratu are also very close friends, but then they were ambushed by Rourke, and this ended up causing Unuratu to die. This caused Jonah and Lara to go looking for him. This is when Jonah gets captured. Lara is trying to reach him by the phone, but he's not answering. Rourke answers the phone instead, informing her that Jonah is dead. This led Lara to get very angry. She even dropped the F-bomb, something that she doesn't really do in the game.
Fuck you, Rourke.
But this is just where the fun begins. Lara pulls up to the spot looking for Rourke. They immediately spot her. You even see this tank over here blocking the entrance, ready to obliterate her. You know Lara Croft doing her signature sliding on the rope. All this chaos happening around, she's landing, bam, everybody shooting, looking like the Matrix. Shit flying all around the place, bullets flying. Lara is still climbing through. She holding on to dear life, trying not to fall. They even blow up the building that she's trying to climb on. That's how bad it gets. Lara falls down into the water. But there's one thing. She got that Dragon Ball Z moment. You know it's serious when characters start talking to themselves, bro. I know y'all remember when Goku started talking to himself, hearing voices in his head after he was fighting Jiren, bro. That's when you knew it was time to lock in.
Tsunami is coming. This is the first of many catastrophes you're doing.
I have to go. I'm the only one.
You're the only one that can what?
She started talking to herself in her head, and she decided to get right back into the action. Zero fear, not backing down at all. Y'all don't understand how hype I was seeing this scene for the first time, bro. Like, I don't actually pay attention to the main premise of the game or the story, but I was actually tuned into this part. Even if you didn't even really know what was going on, you still was hyped for this moment. That's how crazy it was. The music and everything about this scene was tough. You see that guy right there? Definitely do not want to be him. He all trying to crawl and shit. Not happening. Right to the neck. She ain't even bothered looking at him. That's how much aura that she has, bro. Lara's aura right there was wild, bro. You see the dude on the floor right there? He fell to his knees like someone was praying to Jesus, bro. Just by seeing her look at him. I don't know what character y'all know doing that, but not many characters can do that, bro. I done played plenty of games and I ain't never seen a character do that. Where's this guy going, bro? I don't even know where he going, but he got his ass blown the fuck up. Now they got to send an entire unit for one person, bro. This remind me of The Last of Us, bro. Ellie type aura right here. She takes down the whole crew but gets knocked out in the process. Just by the look on her face, bro, you can tell that she's really regretting her decisions here, but she gotta stay focused on the mission. Now, spoiler alert, all this happened just to find out that Jonah wasn't actually dead. You can honestly say that Rourke is a Hall of Fame rage baiter, bro, because he was able to get Lara Croft all the way to the edge, bro, like to the point where she was crashing. I ain't never seen her crash out like this before, and I played all the 3 games, bro, the whole trilogy. I ain't never seen her crash out like this, bro. That's how you know Rourke is a professional rage baiter, bro. None of this would have happened without his work. I can honestly respect him for that. What a great villain, bro. But on the other hand, this makes Lara feel even worse about the crash out. But I can't lie, it was one of the most entertaining parts of the series, bro. Even though this is probably some plot armor, but furthermore, her and Jonah live on. But was all of this really worth it?